Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back. We're doing another beer tasting today, but today we are doing two beers. We're going to compare two different brews. Over here we have Lost Craft Revival, and over here we have Cowbell Absent Landlord. Now these are both lagered ales or kolsch beers. What is a kolsch beer? What is a lagered ale? So the difference first off between a lager and an ale, if you guys didn't watch my podcast with my buddy Eric, so a lager uses a bottom fermenting yeast at cool temperatures, and often has a more crisp, cool finish, and it's kind of probably what you're thinking of when you think of a straight up beer. When you think like the flavor of beer in your mind, you imagine like Canadian, Coors, Budweiser, or something like that. Mill Street Organic for a nice premium lager, one of my favorite beers. You're probably thinking about a lager. Whereas an ale uses a hot and top fermenting yeast that imparts esters in the beer, which impart fruity aromas, sometimes flavors and stuff, and you get a wide breadth of diversity and stuff in the beer. Technically, IPAs or ales, stouts or ales. Ales are a huge, vast world. They can come in all different colors and tastes and profiles and stuff. Lagers have a lot of diversity too, but not to the same degree. So what I want to do today is compare two similar styles of beer. And I guess I'm going to have to later finish these on my own. So without too much ado, let me actually explain what exactly kolsch beer is. So it is a beer that is fermented with a hot and top warm fermentation, but it is aged cold. So that still you get some of that lager crispness. You still want to serve it cold, whereas ales you typically want to kind of serve at like a cooler than room temperature, but not fridge cold. A lot of people still think that their beer has to be cold, but that is not the case. You get a lot more flavor of the beer a lot of the time when they are a little just cool, just a little warmer than fridge temperature. But with lagers though, you usually want to drink them nice, cold, and crisp. So without too much delay, we're going to start pouring these and take a look, okay? I wish I had identical glasses, but I don't. I only have like a ton of Guinness glasses, and I don't think that's suitable for ales. So we're going to do that. So we're pouring the Revival by Lost Craft. I love this brewery. I love this beer. I've had this before. I really enjoy it. The Absent Landlord, I've tried at work and stuff, but I haven't had it nearly as much as this. So far, the head's really nice on that. It's a nice, clear, golden color. Really pleasant to look at. Let's get the... pour on the Absent Landlord. Is it all going to fit in there? Not quite. All right, so first off, we can talk a little bit, that's just about fits. We can talk the color difference. This is a little more pale, brighter, a little bit simpler, whereas we got here, it's a little bit more darker, orangey. Still quite light, but not nearly as. You guys can kind of see the difference there. Yeah. So we're going to talk about the nose first. This one pours a better head. That head's a lot thicker. You can probably actually afford to pour the rest in there. Beauty. And where's that one fit? But this is just a bigger glass. So first let me get a water to fully cleanse the palate. So that smells pretty beery to me. That I noticed the hops a lot. I noticed the yeast a lot. It smells, that has that bready smell. As far as fruit notes though go, there is some fruitiness there. It is, again, a lagered ale, so you will still get some fruity notes to it. I'm going to say apples. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a little bit of green apple on that. So let's try this one. That one's very clean. It's almost like it's very, very mild. I'm going to go into them and I'm going to see it. I'm going to come back to the nose on that one because it's tough. Doing a flavor comparison, I haven't done this before, so, I mean, I've had flights and stuff before, but doing them side by side is going to be interesting. So let's try the Revival first. So that one's pretty hoppy. There's a good amount, let's see if it has IBUs on here. It doesn't seem to, but I'm noticing a good amount of hops. And off the top of my head, I actually don't know how many IBUs it is, but I'm noticing some really pleasant hops. It's a good punch. It's not super hoppy like you find in a higher IBU. Hey, Kane, what's up? Every single time I'm doing a video, this cat comes down here. But the hops are really nice. I'm not getting that apple anymore. I'm getting that crisp hoppiness. It's almost like an IPA, but it's not quite the same level of punch. I'm really, really enjoying it though. It's nice. Let's get a little palate cleanse. Oh, that's nice. So these are actually super different beers. Totally different. This is almost has a, like, I don't know if I'd say smoky, but it has a little bit of a more oaky, woodsy taste to it. There's some, I'm trying to think what fruit that could be. It's not grapefruit. It might be like a green grape. I'm trying to think there. That's interesting. This one has, like I said, it's a much more, it almost tastes more outdoorsy, whereas this one has that hoppy, that almost pininess to it. This one has like a woodsy flavor to it, if that makes sense to you guys. I'm going to go back. This is going to be challenging, though, going back and forth between the two. Excuse me. I'm actually getting more on the nose here. Yeah, I think I'm noticing the grapes a little more. The thing with a lagered ale is the aging and stuff does actually calms down some of the esters and some of those aromas that you might find in the beer. You still get them there. They're still there, but they're subdued, I find. So it's kind of like a nice middle ground. If you're trying to drink lager, if you normally drink lagers and you're trying to go into more craft beer or like a little more variety, a little of the world of ales, which is truly, truly diverse and all over the place, lagered ales are usually a good bet. They're both nice. I haven't decided yet which one I like more. I've had more of that one. It might be an indication, but I'm not sure yet. Let's go back to this one. See, I like the nose on this one far more, though. Like apples, I want to say maybe a little bit of grapefruit. There's just a touch of sourness and stuff on the nose. But I'm definitely going to say apples for sure. Let's put these over here so you guys can get a better look at the cans. You can still see me. That's, yeah. I think if I was having a beer on a hot summer day, this is the choice out of the two of these. It has that pleasant hoppiness to it. It has that kick, that refreshingness to it with its hops. It's not super fruity. Like I said, with the lagered ales, you're not going to get that same level of fruitiness or that same spice and stuff that you can with a full-on ale. But this is nice. I've had this before, and I know I really enjoy it. But, so, let's go for one more sip of this. And now I have to somehow finish these two. This one says fall to me. As far as straight up like lagered ales go and stuff, that to me says a fall beer. This one actually has all the information on the can. It's only an 18 IBU, so like I said, this one's not nearly as bitter as this one. You notice far more hops and stuff. But I've actually developed a I've developed a little bit of a palate for hops, and I've developed some enjoyment of them. So whereas I used to not like IPAs at all, my time working at Beer Town and my time trying a lot of different beers, I've ended up actually really enjoying a decent amount of hop behind my beer. It's just a matter of trying things. As with anything in life, guys, sometimes you might not like something at first. I used to make jokes at my tables all the time saying I genuinely think people that say they like IPAs are lying. And it usually gets some laughs, and one person at the table that drinks IPAs and stuff would probably, get kind of annoyed. But most people laughed. But, yeah, I've developed a surprising enjoyment of them. But, sorry, I'm just getting a text. But we're about to finish up anyway, guys. But, yeah, so I think if I had to say a preferred one, I got to go with the Lost Craft. This is a great midway point, I think, for a lot of people. If you're not familiar with ales, and if you're trying to get into lagered ales, but you can still get that crispness from a lager, whereas some of the nice hoppiness and stuff from an IPA, or some of the diversity of an ale, without going full into that world, I would recommend Lost Craft. This one's still really nice, but I find the woodsiness might off-put a lot of people, and I think this is a really, really easy beer to enjoy. I wouldn't say it's not challenging and it's not enjoyable, but I would have to say I'm going to give the edge to the Lost Craft, and I think going into this I knew that, but that's okay. Guys, thank you once again for watching. I don't have a beer lined up, so tell me if you think I should try one of your beers. What's your favorite right now? What are you guys enjoying? Give me a recommendation and we'll give it a go. If you guys got a cider for me, let me know. If you guys got a wine, I'll try that, and I'll fail spectacularly at tasting a wine. If you guys got a whiskey or bourbon, a little bit more of a cost entry for it, but I will try it, guys. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic evening. Be well.